Today, to some local veterans, we'll give you a look as Newswatch 12 at 10 starts right now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 at 10 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Justin Betty. Wisconsin is now close to being ready to start a partial recount of presidential election ballots, but the situation is not without some drama tonight. Let's start this morning when the Wisconsin Elections Commission announced they had received a petition and a $3 million wire transfer from the Trump campaign for the partial recount, only for the state's two most heavily Democratic counties, Milwaukee and Dane, not the whole state. In a news release, the Trump campaign claims there were illegally altered and issued absentee ballots, and there was some circumventing of Wisconsin's voter ID laws. Wisconsin's elections chief, as well as local election officials, say there were no reports of widespread voting problems or any irregularities. The commission, by the way, is still meeting tonight to approve this recount. They've been at it for over 3 hours, trying to determine how much, if at all, to change the recount manual this year. Republicans on the panel want to meet again after the recount, but before they certify it. Democrats want to put more COVID-19 protections in place, potentially limiting the number of people allowed to watch the recount. The meeting's still not over, so we'll keep you posted when they make any decisions. Earlier today, Milwaukee officials said they plan to start their recount this Friday. Each county then has 13 days to complete the task, though they expect to be finished ahead of time, probably sometime next week. All right, outside, Jeff, it was a little bit more mild today.
Yeah, well, this is different. High temperatures back in the 40s today, even a few low 50s across central Wisconsin. But tomorrow, most, if not all of us, should be back up in the 50s once again. Not outside right now, but these temperatures are not going to move much tonight as we have lots of cloud cover across the area and a pretty strong south wind ushering in those warmer temperatures. We'll have lows above freezing as the south wind is still out there, a little gusty too. So sustained around 12 right now in Rhinelander, but gusting up near 20. That will keep temperatures in the mid-30s for lows tonight. Lots of clouds out there today as you mix the warmer air with the colder air. You get WAM, or warm air advection, which creates lots of cloud cover across the area. That will stay through tomorrow as well with temperatures in the 50s. Your forecast for tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies with low temperatures down near 34. Your full forecast is coming up, Justin.
All right, thanks, Jeff. 5 Marinette County deputies involved in the shooting death of a suspect last month have now been cleared by prosecutors. The Marinette County District Attorney's Office says their use of deadly force was justified given the circumstances, and evidence shows they acted appropriately. Back on October 23rd, authorities say dispatchers received a call from a man who told dispatchers that he had just killed his best friend and he wanted to die himself too. The suspect fled a house in Goodman after deputies arrived. Officials say that he later got out of the vehicle and was shot by deputies after he pointed a gun at them. A Wausau woman has been arrested after police say she produced and distributed child pornography. Wausau police, along with the FBI and Winnebago County Sheriff's Office, arrested 24-year-old Natalie Ticho following a search of her home yesterday. They say she captured and shared pornographic images of prepubescent children on an instant messaging app. She's due in Marathon County Circuit Court tomorrow for a probable cause hearing. Today, Wisconsin set another record for most new COVID-19 cases in a single day with nearly 8,000. The Department of Health Services reports 7,989 new cases today. Testing has increased over the last month, so the percent of positive cases is now creeping down from a high set just last week, but it is still up around 35% of people tested coming back positive. DHS also reports 52 new deaths today statewide, which is actually close to our 7-day average. Marathon County alone announced 7 new deaths today. They've reported 20 deaths over the last week. Overcrowding and a lack of available staff at hospitals are both becoming bigger issues as the pandemic gets worse here in Wisconsin. Aspirus health leaders held a news conference today where they announced they have about 300 medical staff out sick, either with COVID-19 symptoms or a positive test. Hospital leaders say they're now doing whatever they can to avoid overcrowding.
So if we can send you home and your loved ones and our home health can follow up with you, we're going to look at new and different ways to care for patients so we can keep our beds available for the sickest of the sick.
Doctors are also discouraging people from having a normal Thanksgiving, encouraging small or virtual events instead. State lawmakers are still debating how to best handle the COVID-19 pandemic, both from a physical and an economic perspective. Yesterday, Governor Evers laid out some plans that he would like the state legislature to consider this fall. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, meanwhile, presented some ideas without presenting any bills or legislation. Today, Governor Evers took it another step further.
We will also be reissuing emergency order number 1, requiring face coverings in public.
Both Wisconsin's indoor mask mandate and the state's public health emergency were slated to end this week. Today, Governor Evers extended them both until January. He called on the federal government as well to give states more aid. Federal CARES Act funding is set to run out by the end of this year. The North Woods now has its own community garden set to debut this spring. The garden will have 48 plots at Nicolet College that community members can rent out for the season. There'll also be a sun trap. That's what organizers are calling it. They say is a great addition.
This structure is going to help us kind of have a place to take a break from when we're in the garden itself to go and seek shade or shelter, or on the cooler days like this, be in the sunny side. So it's all kind of, we're trying to utilize all these things and have them work in harmony.
The garden will also be home to a shed and a watering system. Fundraising Director Tabitha Banish says growing your own food encourages better eating.
I think connecting people to their food is a great way to help individuals eat healthier and expand to, again, be healthier in general.
The garden can also host some educational workshops. With Thanksgiving right around the corner, one Wausau American Legion post decided to bring Thanksgiving to area veterans a bit early. Newswatch 12's Zach White gives us a look.
Nobody's more deserving than these veterans.
The Wausau American Legion Post 10 gave thanks to veterans right before Thanksgiving.
We're donating 400 meals to 100 veterans.
Volunteers delivered Thanksgiving meals from Bunker's Bar and Grill on Wednesday afternoon. Vice Commander of Wausau Post 10, Bob Weller, says this event provides an opportunity to those who may need it.
It gives them an opportunity to have Thanksgiving and share it with somebody.
Or save it for later.
Or if they have to, store it for some future use for themselves.
Weller says the people chosen were based on the safer at home process.
They don't feel comfortable going out to get food. They don't feel comfortable going out to a restaurant to get a hot meal. Or they're medically handicapped. They're coming home from surgery.
Weller says as an Air Force veteran himself, it makes him feel good to be able to provide for his fellow man.
I think it's a great feeling personally to be able to call and say, hi, this is Bob from the American Legion. We'd like to donate 4 meals to you this Thanksgiving.
In Wausau, Zach White, Newswatch 12.
Weller says they have something similar planned for Christmas, since it's important to care for veterans, especially in that age group. Gun deer season is right around the corner. We have some tips from the experts how to stay safe out there in a number of ways. But first, Jeff's in with your full forecast. Next, on Newswatch 12 at 10.
Ripco Credit Union, since 1932. In the best of times and in times that require just a little more flexibility and kindness. We've been here, we'll be here. We are here for you. Federally insured by NCUA.
At WJFW, our Newswatch 12 news team works around the clock to bring you the news that matters most of all to the North Woods. Our team is committed to the community and ensuring that you are as informed as possible. NBC Newswatch 12, news from where you live.
Tired of all the Black Friday hype? We are too. That's why we're having a real deal sale. Real savings store-wide at both Northwoods Furniture locations. Want it now? No problem. Lots of items in stock and ready for quick delivery or pickup. Even our floor models are available for sale, and all at our real deal discounted pricing. Treat yourself to better sleep. All mattresses and lifestyle adjustable bases are on sale now. We have a large selection in stock. Quality and savings at Northwoods Furniture. Now that's a real deal.
Carpet City. Carpet City Flooring Center is extending their biggest sale of the year. Receive free carpet installation and interest-free financing. That's right, free carpet installation and interest-free financing. See why builders and designers choose Wisconsin's largest flooring store for their flooring needs. Request your free estimate at carpetcitywi.com and beat the holiday rush.
Carpet City, our prices will floor you.
The Boondocks in Monaco, Wisconsin is being sold to the highest bidder regardless of price. December 12th, no reserve. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Take it away, boys.
Ripco Credit Union, since 1932. In the best of times and in times that require just a little more flexibility and kindness. We've been here, we'll be here. We are here for you. Federally insured by NCUA.
Well, how do we feel about this? High temperatures in the 40s to low 50s today. I know many of you here in mid-November would like some colder temperatures and some snow. That's just not early in the forecast anytime soon. Outside right now, it's still 42 at 10 o'clock at night, 37 for Anago, 39 for Mosinee, 41 for Phillips. These will be really slow to drop tonight as we have kicked in a south wind. Lots of cloud cover out there as well. That'll hold temperatures up tonight into tomorrow morning. The average high this time of year is 36. Most, if not all of us, did that today. But look what the atmosphere can do, 68 back in 1917. And there were lots of 60s and 70s across the plains today, just not for us. And the sunset is at 4:24 in the afternoon. Look at all the heat across the Midwest, still 60 in Kansas City and Omaha 63, 58 in Wichita. So this is going to make a run for us tomorrow for one day only. Probably no 60s for us at least, but we're getting in the 50s tomorrow and maybe a couple mid-50s across central Wisconsin through the afternoon. That's going to feel good, but there'll be a gusty southwest wind in there too. That'll also make things feel a bit cooler. So 52 is the forecast high tomorrow, but then a cold front's going to come through tomorrow night, and look what happens on Friday. 39, 36 for Saturday. We're going to hang out near the average then through the weekend and beyond. What we thought might be a bit of tracking snow for Saturday for the gun deer opener is just not going to happen now. Our next chance for rain and snow is back in the forecast probably Monday to Tuesday of next week. All right, speaking of snowfall, there is still a bit of snow on the ground across northwestern parts of Wisconsin, but again, we're a bit behind last year right now with this, and there's not really any snow in the forecast anytime soon, but there is lots of wind. So right now the wind out of the south around 3 to 15 miles per hour. This is sustained wind, so gusts tonight near 20 miles per hour, if not more than that, will definitely rattle your windows by tomorrow morning and then increase throughout the day tomorrow. So look for a south wind tomorrow near 20 to 30 miles per hour through the afternoon. All right, looking outside now, lots of clouds out there. So this is WAA, or warm air advection, and basically it happens when you mix the warmer air with the colder air, you get clouds, and they're out there right now. They'll stay with us tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. No precipitation from these, but they will be consistent throughout the day tomorrow as well, as the main storm track is still way over here to the west of us, but between that and us, we have this area of high pressure, keeping everything at bay for now. It's going to go around us or to the south of us, so we will stay cloudy for now, but no precipitation most likely until after the weekend. Your forecast for tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies and a bit breezy. We can call it windy if you want to. A southwest wind could gust near 25 overnight tonight, with low temperatures above freezing at 35. We'll melt some snow across western Wisconsin tonight. For tomorrow, all right, so for one day only, you ready? Mostly cloudy skies, breezy and warmer, highs near 52, but a couple of you could do easily mid-50s tomorrow. But that southwest wind's going to gust near 30, making that 52 feel much colder through the afternoon. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows our quiet stretch continues. Friday, a bit colder though, right? Highs near 40, lows in the 20s. There's the gun deer opener on Saturday. Looks like partly cloudy skies with highs in the mid-30s. Justin.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Gun deer season is set to begin this Saturday. The state DNR officials predict it'll be one of their busiest seasons in years. They say compared to last year's season, hunting license purchases have been up 6%, and more hunters have also been participating in other hunting options, things like crossbow or archery.
Previously, we were seeing about a 1 to 2% decline in hunters. Our
increase in archery license sales has been double digits. So we're seeing more and more people choosing to pick up a vertical bow or a crossbow to get out and go hunting.
With the increase in people out and about, DNR adds COVID-19 remains a bit more of a risk than usual. They suggest hunters go out in small parties rather than large groups and follow CDC guidelines. Being safe while hunting means more than being careful with your gun or even being careful about COVID-19. Newswatch 12's Georgina Fernandez explains.
We see approximately 20 hunting accidents per year. Sometimes it's more and sometimes it's less.
But it's not gun accidents that are bringing the most hunters into the emergency room. It's accidents like this. Falls from elevated tree stands, which is leading the U.S. in hunting-related injuries.
Each year we know that same amount, if not a few more, fall from tree stands occur.
Tree stands are a popular way for hunters to have an advantage by looking down on the animal. But John King, the hunter education administrator, says people aren't using the equipment properly.
Getting in and out of a tree stand, people feel that it's not going to happen to them, and they don't wear the proper safety devices, which is a full body harness, and have themselves strapped to their tree.
It's also a lack of. The DNR shared a survey that said 1/3 of hunters who own harnesses are actually using them. But now King says every tree stand comes with a full body harness, and hunters should start practicing using it before the start of the season.
Use it. It works very well. Put it on, figure out how it works and how to get in and out of the tree stand.
Understand how the changing environment around you could impact the way you climb up or down.
Take your time. 3 points of contact. There's no hurry. This time of year where there's rain, freezing rain, sleet, snow. So the weather can play a role on how you get in and out. So take your time and do so safely.
Slowing down and taking these small steps of checking your equipment and brushing up on old skills can be the difference between life and death fall. In Rhinelander, Georgina Fernandez, Newswatch 12.
The Wisconsin high school football season comes to an end tomorrow. We'll show you how several players on one local team are getting some statewide recognition this week. But first, here's tonight's Job Watch.
Job Watch is brought to you by Ripco Credit Union.
Toyotathon is, oh wait. Toyotathon is on. Come in today.
Right now, get $1,000 customer cash on a new 2021 RAV4.
That's a wrap.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's the pre-Thanksgiving sale at Fleet Farm. Shop in-store and online for huge savings on things like all Melissa and Doug toys. 30% off our low fleet price. An Eskimo 8-inch pistol bit ice auger, only $149.99. And get a free $50 Fleet Farm gift card when you spend $300 on any Milwaukee or DeWalt products. But hurry, these deals won't last long. Fleet Farm, the brands you trust.
WPS was founded in 1946 to help care for the brave men and women who returned home from World War II to find themselves overwhelmed by medical bills. We've been serving seniors in Wisconsin and beyond since before Medicare began in 1966. For more than 70 years, WPS has served veterans and supported seniors through reliable, affordable coverage. Because we care. Call to learn more about WPS Medicare Supplement Insurance.
Yeah, well, look what I did this weekend, huh?
Your weekends brought to you by American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano and Honda Motors. We have more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Check them out in the largest showroom in the USA. Buy or trade into a new boat and get out on the water today. And we'll give you the best deal, guaranteed by at least $500. Get the most out of your weekends with Honda Motors and American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
Toyotathon is, oh wait. Toyotathon is on. Come in today.
Right now, get $1,000 customer cash on a new 2021 RAV4.
That's a wrap.
Toyota, let's go places.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Stone Innovations, Rhinelander, and Plover.
Coming up on your Thursday, we'll learn about some of the latest and greatest gadgets available for this year's gun deer season.
And the forecast looking good, Peter. Temperatures warming up and pretty dry too. More coming up on your Thursday.
The Milwaukee Bucks have been busy this week, swinging 2 trades even before tonight's NBA draft, but now it appears one of those trades won't be happening after all. This week, the Bucks and the Sacramento Kings agreed to a sign-and-trade deal to send Milwaukee a player named Bogdan Bogdanovic. Well, today, Bogdanovic announced no, he'll just enter restricted free agency instead on Friday. NBA writers say it seems the 28-year-old swingman never agreed to be sent to Milwaukee. He'd rather look for other destinations. Well, that also means the players the Bucks would have sent to Sacramento, including Dante DiVincenzo, are now staying in Milwaukee, at least for now. Milwaukee did make some picks, or is making some picks as part of tonight's NBA draft. In the 24th overall pick, the first round, they picked R.J. Hampton, who played in the Australian League last year, but he will not be suiting up for the Bucks at all. That pick is going to New Orleans as part of the Drew Holiday trade this week. Hampton was then promptly traded from New Orleans to Denver. Milwaukee is slated to pick very shortly. They have the 45th overall pick as part of the second round tonight. The final games of the high school football season will be played tomorrow night, and ahead of their showdown with Rhinelander this week, some Mosinee players are in the running for some statewide awards. Newswatch 12's Griffin Stroin has more.
Win on 3! 1, 2, 3! Win! Mosinee football didn't even know if they would have a season this year.
The law schools down south, they didn't even have an opportunity to play their football season.
But they've been able to play all of their games, and they're making the most of it. Let's
go! Best feeling in the world, scoring a touchdown with my receivers. We're definitely a special team.
That's starting quarterback Mihao Duel. He's up for the Dave Craig Award, presented to the best senior quarterback in the state.
Number 7, Mihao Duel with the carry touchdown, Mosinee.
Blessed and honored to receive that nomination. I've worked pretty hard in the offseason to get to where I am right now, and I'm glad the work is paying off.
But he's not the only one receiving recognition. Wide receivers Drayton Lehman and Kyle Kowalski are both nominated for the best senior wide receivers in the state as well.
We're just super happy that we could even both be as two of the top 5 in the state, so it's pretty awesome.
We talk a little trash, but we're all love there. We're good buddies. We know what's happening, so we don't really care who gets it.
3 seniors who didn't even know if they would be able to lace up their cleats this season, now recognized as the state's best. But they couldn't have done it without their teammates.
Of course, it can't just happen just because of us. It's because Mihao's throwing the ball well, the line's blocking for him, the wideouts are blocking for each other's, and then we got the running back too that's blocking too. So
now the season is down to its final game. And looking back, it's hard to believe how perfect their final season has gone.
It's been a blast, having all those guys that you grew up with, playing your last season is an incredible feeling. It's hard to explain. It's just amazing.
In Mosinee, Griffin Stroyan, Newswatch 12.